Hello everybody, welcome back to Doggo Card Reviews. We are here with part 3 of our Summer Pockets Reflection Blue set review. I am joined here once again with Gavin
You what, mate?
and Soul Sleeper, our guest.
Indeed. I return
Alrighty.
once more.
Alrighty, so we got all of the way. Let's go ahead and move on to our first card here, which is How to Hold Hands, Shiki. Level 0, 0 cost, 2000 power. Once she is placed in your hand onto your stage, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a Summer Pockets character, she gets level +1 and 1500 power until the end of the turn. And she is a clean cut.
So, did S&P really need this? Did they really?
Low key, not really.
I would argue no. Because, okay, so the clean cut really allows, like I said before, I feel like I'm a broken record on this one. It allows for that aggressive tri-field. And my god, man, Bushiroad has been pushing this aggressive tri-field mantra for quite some time now. Just like, hot damn, did they really want to accelerate this game, don't they? They really want to.
So it seems. Now I would say this. At least this is not JC.
True, at least it's not JC. Because, yeah, I harbor very, 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 very hostile feelings towards JC in general. I'm just like, oh. But yeah, clean cuts. I mean, it's REM, basically. It's literally REM. You know what? 3/5 power, immune to bombs. Yeah, we Gucci on this one. Level plus, pretty easy.
Of course. Gotta start off big and strong.
I was about to say, man, you know it's coming.
Yeah, I have to agree here. It's too usable. Like, and you know what? Summer Pockets already wants to have red anyway. This is an easy red splash to like help kick into the level area.
I was about to say, like, ooh, hey, look, I need a red source. She could get in there.
Yep. Alrighty. So Sweeper, what say you?
Oddly enough, I'm in the same boat as you two. It's always nice to have more tools. It's always nice to have more actual versatility. This adds a lot and gives you a little bit of red splash for whatever you may need.
Alright.
The card's basically perfect.
I mean,
I wouldn't say perfect, but it's highly usable.
it's almost there. I would still argue Nangers is like the perfect clean cut.
Yes, sir, but you know we cannot have bananas back.
No, we can't.
All right, next.
Alright.
Oh, the Sunflower Field Umi, 104K. So, during your turn, easy 3,000. Easy. Climax combo, battle opponent becomes reversed if you have gate above. Let's see here. Salvage a guy, and then you may pay the cost of ditch card. If so, choose either another guy or the Summer Pockets events, which there are 3 of them. Let me go ahead and explain what all 3 of them are. So let's see here. We have the 1/0. We have 1/0 Chihiya's camera. We have the 1/1 mask event from Slime, or we have a constant Operation Tornado that goes to exile and gives 2,000. So one of those. So basically, you can play up to 4 of any combination of those 3 cards
Mm-hmm.
in your deck if you so choose. You know, honestly, I'm just like, I see people playing this and I just go, okay, like this is somewhat reminiscent of Yuki from SAO, but you kind of just go because Yuki allows you to pitch anything, including climaxes. Umi doesn't, and Umi requires a reversal. Yes, Umi is gigantic at 8,000. Like, Jesus Christ. Not much is going to withstand that 8K. Not much. But at the same time, going into set 2, I'm just like, we already have a good level 1 combo at home. It's called Shiroha. People just don't want to place their faith in her. Especially with post-ban list, I feel like Shiroha, even more so, Shiroha is still the best play. Like, yes, she's risky, but again, adapt and change your playstyle. So honestly, though, like, if you're bound to set 2 only, I think I'd actually rather play Komome, like the Komome bar combo, because honestly, if I'm bound to just set 2, like, it just doesn't feel that great in my hand. It just doesn't feel all that great. I was considering buying this, but I'm glad I didn't, because honestly, looking back at it, I'm like, you know what? This combo doesn't seem all that ideal. It's a net +1 versus a +2, or even a +1.5. I'm just going, I'm going to get this overall niche at best. Oh man, I was tempted, man. I was tempted.
But that'd be outrageous.
Yeah, that would be outrageous. But again, controversy sells.
Controversy sells. Let's see how controversial we will go here. Okay, it's very easy to make a comparison to SAO's Yuki from SAO, yes, but what was it? SAO Volume 2 or no, the extra booster. And anyway, moving again, yeah, it's easy to see that. Of course, the difference here being because Umi has reversed, she will not cost you valuable stock, so we got that going for her. Eureka, it almost just reached like a very, very buff, salvage version of Shimakaze with the added benefit of trading a character for something else in your waiting room, be it a character or an event that Gavin mentioned. But I'm kind of thinking, like, was it really too OP to make this discard anything for the second part? I really don't think it would.
That's kind of one of my biggest problem with this.
Yeah, it definitely leaves a bit to be desired. Now, of course, people will kind of say like, "Oh, well, but Yuki filters your deck before you go ahead and trigger." That is true. But at the same time, I'm just like looking at this card like yes, Door's a good trigger. Pluses are good, but I'm just kind of like, this isn't the same title as Gavin mentioned. I say it again, Shiroha, and like Shiroha just does so much more than this. Like, at the best, I'll be a little more generous. I'm gonna give this at best a playable minus. Like, it's considerable. You can consider it. It's a fair consideration. If you, like, again, it's kind of like with the Rize Shiroha we mentioned in part 1. If you want to take up fewer of your deck slots, that's fine. I totally get it. Here's your option. So those are my overall thoughts. Alright, so Sweeper, what you got?
Alright, man. I was about to say, man, it's your move.
Looking at it overall with what I remember of the rest of the set, and going over a fair number of things, I'd say it's not bad for what it is, but at the same time, I'm not necessarily, as Gavin phrases it, greedy person. I like the fact that it'll give you something. If you want something else, you can pitch something from your hand, specifically characters, which is a bit of a detriment, but so you can pitch something from your hand that you use, say, some playables, to get something that's more playable for you. So it's not bad overall. I'd say it's playable off what kind of set you want, how many slots you have in your deck. Prime consideration for Shiroha, despite the fact that she's pretty dang good and powerful, is that she does take up 12 slots of your deck. So if you don't have as many slots available, this might be a decent option.
Alright. So you said, if I heard correctly, you said playable?
I'd probably put it playable minus.
Which one you game?
Because there are a lot of other good things you could work with instead. It depends on what you need. If you need a bit of red, this would be an excellent way of splashing some red in for a decent combo. An 8k on reverse salvage isn't that bad. As Gavin puts it, it's the Jack-in-the-Box combo.
Yep.
but more likely to reverse than the average Jack in the Box combo at 7k.
Yep.
So, are you? So I do want to ask: are you able to make a decision whether it be playable minus versus playable?
I don't say playable.
Okay, you'll be.
It all depends on what kind of setup you're going for. But overall, I'd say it's playable.
Okay, that's fair.
Let's see.
Alrighty,
Wow. 3 different ratings.
3 different ratings off for every. Hey, that's a good
Well,
thing.
I'm trying to
That's
consider it
that's
as an overall thing.
Yeah, that just shows us how we interpret the same card differently. Alright, and it'd be boring to just have all of us say agree with each other 20-something cards in a row. Alrighty, well, let's move on to the
Well,
next card.
sometimes it's easy to agree with the general view, but sometimes if you look at it from a little bit outside the box,
Definitely.
you get different views.
I'm definitely glad we have this difference. Alrighty then, let's move on.
Oh, mate, it's your move. It's your turn to read.
Summer Pockets Miki. It's a climax combo, as evidenced by the climax in the corner. Level 3, Recollection. Already falling in love, aka the. I think we saw this earlier.
No, it's
No. It's the card right after this. That's why I didn't put the number yet.
Okay. So I checked out when I was trying to brush up for the scrim view. Words, yes, these things are existing.
Yes.
3/2, 9k, 2 soul beater. Reveal the card next in. If the card next in line is in memory, during battles involving this character, your opponent cannot back up. When it's on stage, you can heal, standard heal, so you are anti-heal. CX combo. When your battle opponent of this is reversed, if climax in the corner is in climax zone, burn 1.
There's another part you got.
And put that character on top of the library.
There you go.
Okay, so you know what?
So it's a clock kick that burns as well.
Not a clock kick.
Not a clock kick, mate. This is so basically
Damage. Yes.
it's burn 1.
Sorry, my brain's a little slow.
No worries. This kind of style of combo has not been seen for quite some time now.
It's kind of rare, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, alrighty. So no counters. Sure, it's not bad. It heals. There's literally no cost to this. Literally none. Its effect is obviously smaller, and this fits more of a conservative playstyle more than the aggressive playstyle. So honestly, it's on a good trigger. So yeah, I mean, there's of course, Miki doesn't provide the oomph that you're looking for, but at the same time, she's a serviceable card. I mean, if you really want to go 8 gates, I mean, Miki's your gal. I would definitely go with Miki. I can't remember any like the set 1 combo, the Nanami is kind of expensive, so I would rather go with Miki rather than Nanami because, well, she's much more intricate and requires more setup. Miki's rather simple, just requiring her and Biker Boy to be in exile and a reversal. That's it, and they can't sack counter their way out of this. Overall, I have to give it a playable. It's just a solid card.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. I'm like, she may appear small, but you meet the recollection ability, which you're playing this. You're obviously going to be playing the Miki and Hyrie anyway, so easy. So and Gavin and I have always raved about finishing abilities. Even though this is not a big oomph finisher, at least it's doing an extra amount of damage while also partially securing damage for the next swing. And on top of that, the top deck ability of it could be near permanent removal.
It's also so in terms of the next sequence, swing for swing for 3, burn 1, stack the top card.
Right.
Next one's only checking 2 because the first one is guaranteed.
Right. So I do like that it has that extra bit to it, and I think if I'm and it's very very nice. So again, door trigger very very good. While Pain 1 might not be like the best thing in the world, it's like wasting extra instance of damage after an attack. And hey, you're possibly permanently removing a character you swung over. So yeah, overall I'm going to agree with Gavin here, give it a solid playable. Right.
All right, you're up.
For what it is, I'd say it's pretty useful. And if I'm not mistaken, you can basically sink the damage by stacking the character, then burning, so that would guarantee the burn of 1.
No, it wouldn't.
No. The one will only so the top deck happens after the burn.
Okay.
But it means that the character, but that means, as Gavin and I were saying earlier, that character you kicked on to the top of your deck is guaranteed one of the next 3 damage that you're doing on the next Mickey or something. Or you play an on-attack burn 1 standalone card. There's that. I do not remember if there is one in Summer Pockets though.
There is one. I think it's
There's a handful, yeah.
I think it's on a Kamome.
Okay, there you go. You are playing that standalone Kamome. You can you already kicked the character on top. Swing with a Kamome, pay cost, burn 1. There you go. Guaranteed burn 1. You could do that.
It's not terrible.
Yeah, it's an idea.
I'd say it's solidly playable.
Yeah.
Looking at from all like we call and all the other cards I've seen, it's not bad. It's a decent option if you don't want to invest the stock in hand for Nanami or Red Finisher.
For sure.
Not bad.
I could easily see Japan playing this.
I mean, it's
At the same time, you
it's
can
just a very
more
mid-range
value
style. It's definitely more for like as Gavin saying, like conservative mid-range style of play.
Yeah.
Hey, hashtag RDW. Am I right, people?
Yeah, red deck wins. I mean,
To be fair, Gavin, we know that in Weiss Schwarz, RDW has like a much different meaning than in Magic. You're not trying to win a game on your 4th turn in Weiss Schwarz more often than not. Especially you're building around red specifically. You're not trying to win on your 4th turn in Weiss Schwarz.
I don't know, man. I've died on turn 4.
Two RDWs. In Weiss Schwarz.
No. No, but in Weiss, I have died on turn 4, man.
Okay, but not to RDW specifically.
True, not to RDW specifically.
Okay, then. Just
Alrighty.
trying to get my point across here.
Alrighty,
Alright.
next.
Yes, next. Already falling in love, Miki and Hyrie. Oh. So level 0 cost 2,000 power. Auto recollection. At the beginning of your encore step, if you have 2 or more other characters with Miki in your card names and discards in your memory, you may pay the cost of discard 3. Discard a card from your hand to the waiting room. 2. Deal 1 damage to your opponent. Salvage 1. And of course damage may occur. And act. If you have 2 or fewer cards in your memory, you may pay 1. Look at up to the top 3 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 Summer Pockets character among them, reveal it at your hand, put the rest into the waiting room, and then put this card into memory at resolution.
Well, man, the first sentence, it's weird.
It is, but it's purposely meant to coincide with the Miki finisher we just saw.
Right.
Because if you swung with a Miki last and it went off, there's a guaranteed character on top of your opponent's deck, which means that this one will stick. So there you go, another way to use that top deck.
And it effectively turns Miki into a really expensive Mikasa.
Yes, it does.
And, well, there is a reason why Miki is basically free, because 3 and pitch a card? Oh boy, that is expensive.
Right.
And the bottom sentence, pay 1, send to exile, dig 3, take 1. Okay, not bad. Not bad. I mean,
It's basically a conditioned Sakura from the couple. For you've been seeing the couple a lot lately, people. There's that.
Viewers of this channel have been seeing a lot of Takapo as of late.
They have.
Viewers of this channel, holy crap.
You've been seeing me playing that the couple.
Well, I have the deck.
You have the deck. You just haven't played it on screen yet.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, you know what? If you're playing the Miki finisher, this definitely goes in as a 4-off. I can't say it's niche because this card's actually pretty decent. So, you know what? Playable it is.
Yeah, I'm looking at Kong again, this is meant, it's like a bundle. You play Summer Pockets Mickey, you're playing Already Falling in Love, Mickey and Harry for not just the anti-backup, but also the, hey, remember that last time I was playing Mickey in your 3-6 game?
Oh yeah! Let's go, boys, you're dead, guaranteed.
Yeah, I like it. This is if you really decide that you don't like Shiki, or you decide that you just don't want to pay for Shiki, you got Miki. I think Miki is relatively more affordable than Shiki.
Oh yeah, but at the same time, I wish this gave the Miki finisher a little, some oomph.
Yeah, maybe like an extra 1k power on your own turn would be nice or something, but. But again, I'm going to actually agree with Gavin here. This is very, very playable. A pay 3 to not only burn, but grab a card in case that doesn't finish them off for some reason. There you go. Alright, so Sweeper, what you got for us?
I'm going to have to say it's playable if you're going to run the previous combo. Mm-hmm. And if you need a little bit of additional exile or memory sending. It's not too bad. But other than that, I really wouldn't play it if you're not planning to exile a good chunk of your deck or use it with the previous combo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Wouldn't really do much for you in that case.
For sure.
Alrighty, next, boys.
Okay.
Summer Festival Miki. 3-2, 10k. Oh, I see. I see you. So when you pay the cost of Miki and Heidi, aka the card we just looked at, you may put a marker from among this to the grave instead of paying the stock for it. And when this enters the battlefield, you may draw 2 cards, ditch 2 cards, and then place them, and then choose 2 cards from your hand and place them underneath them as markers. And then put 1 card from your deck, from the top of your deck to stop. That is very unique, honestly. And then pitch a guy. When this attacks, you pay the cost. If you do, get 2,000 in a soul. You know what? This is cool, actually. This is quite cool.
Yeah, normally you would see, you can't see, that second, something like a second sense, draw 2, discard 2, get stock top. Typically on, an early play or something. Nowadays, if you do see them at all, they're very rare period these days because almost nobody plays them for a good reason. But yeah, you're okay, you're playing this down for effectively a net 1 with, and it's a 2 so bigger on her own, but she could become 3 because of that bottom sentence, and you're able to have an alternate way to pay. You're getting some extra damage in while also having an alternate way to pay for part of that 3 stock on the Miki and Hyrie. So that's pretty neat.
It's nifty. Unfortunately, you can only sacrifice 1 marker as part of the cost, so...
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate. But I guess the idea is that I think the intention was you're meant to stack multiple Miki and Hyries and do the thing twice off of 1 card.
Fair enough. You know what? Well, again, this is a package. Basically, the past 3 cards are a package. You basically
Right.
want to play them all together, or play none of them at all, in my opinion. So, again, man, like, I don't really see much reason to play this as a standalone. Like, the third sentence is, like, the only really standalone ability. Like, the markers are kind of useless without any way of expending them. Like, you could use them to compress, but
When
well,
you're playing a star level 3, chances are you're not really close to refreshing and surviving
right,
into that, so...
right. So compression doesn't really matter
Well,
that much
okay,
anymore.
well, and compression doesn't really matter in the first place because if they're in your hand, it's the same thing as them not being in the waiting room.
Right.
So there's not really a real compression clause here.
Or if you really drop, or if you do two climaxes off Miki, ow!
Right. That's a pretty big downside with her. Like, unlike the draw 2, discard 2, the stock top, you draw the climax and you're like, oh fuck, these are stuck no matter what I do.
Well, at least your opponent won't know what they are.
True, but at the same time, you're just kind of like, oh, you feel bad.
Yeah, that's a real feels bad. You know what? I'm gonna have to give this to Niche, honestly. Oh man. Oh, this is painful.
Yeah, like, I'm deciding, like, do I consider this as more of a miss, or do I consider this more of a playable minus card? And I'm thinking about, like, my problem is this. I think just the Miki and Hyri and the Summer Pockets Miki are fine, just interacting with each other. This just this does feel like a little too much bulk on top of that. So yeah, after thinking about that and going through my thoughts out loud like that, yeah, I'm gonna have to actually go with this here. Miki waifu or bust at that point, in my opinion.
Oh boy. And Miki and Heidi can go into Miki waifu because, well, Miki is blatantly on the card.
5 out.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey man, it doesn't break the Ileana Gang's waifu wars rule, so.
I mean, at least if any. Oh, to be fair, if I remember correctly, let's get slightly off topic. I think that Ileana Gang have like this thing called the accessory character rule.
I don't remember, man.
I recall they did. Like, it's just like again, like four cards in the up to 4 cards in the deck could be of a character that's like associated with the waifu your waifu slash spawn you're building around.
Right, but Miki is blatantly on the card on this one, then, so.
Yeah, Miki's already younger, so it counts as just a regular Miki card.
Right.
Like if it was a standalone Hyri card, that'd be different.
Right. Anyway, so. Oh, mate. Yep, you're up.
I'd have to say playable minus, because again, I don't like the sheer number of cards it would be requiring to pull off the full combo. But at the same time, if you do choose to run all 3 cards, it can be a pretty powerful effect. If you don't end up with enough of the better shit going on, in other words, you don't have the red Miki, Summer Pockets, to work with, you can throw down 3 of the Summer Festival, and that already pays for one of your burns right there. With the added stock she gives you, that's another burn right there. So you got 2 free burns just from playing the character itself. And you managed to compress your deck by up to 9 cards. Hopefully you're not getting climaxes in that, but you can always hang on to those in your hand and pitch unplayables or level 0s as your markers. Depends on what your goals are. So if you're running the other 2 cards, it might not be a bad idea. If you're not running the other 2 cards, I'd say it's not really worth the slot.
Definitely.
Fair enough.
Alright.
Oh,
Let's move on to this next one.
Alright, this one's yours.
Yep. Just reading it real quick. That summer once again, ow. 105k. When this is placed from hand to stage, all players perform the following action. If you have 5 or more cards in memory, choose 4 of them. And put the rest into. When this attacks, choose one of your other Summer Pockets characters, and the character gets X, of course, being number of characters other than herself.
So
Standard
yeah,
up to 2K buff.
Yeah, Shima
Screw your old memory.
Kai with an added benefit? Question mark.
Yeah, Shima Kaze Kai. Like, okay, apparently Bushiroad doesn't tax the first sentence at all in terms of power.
I mean, okay, I think they only did that because they're also telling the Summer Pockets player, hey, you also don't get to be greedy with your memory.
That's fine. That's fine.
There's plenty of options you can take that aren't gonna fill your memory as well. So, if you wanted to build around, you could easily have
Like, to be fair,
3,
right,
4
like,
XL things.
Right. In all
Activate most of
honesty,
your abilities.
No, in all honesty, though, I look at Summer Pockets and I'm like, yes, while it does have cards that want to go in memory, you really don't need more than 4 in any of those decks, period.
Nope.
You're not trying to out-compress the opponent and be like pre-restriction Psychon and be like, 11 cards in memory, what you gonna do about it?
Sure. Memory erase. Die.
Yeah, memory erase, die, GG, well played.
I mean, okay. I'm personally a big fan of this because I'm just like, yes, Psychono, die.
No, I think the restriction list has done that more or less.
Well, this is extra insurance.
I'm thinking even the couple, they're fine with 4 if it really comes down to it. They prefer more, obviously, but
Yeah, I was about to say.
they're fine playing on 4 unlike Psychono.
Yeah, I was about to say. And the Shima Kasekai, like, Shiroha doesn't really need a bed.
Right, but you're playing Umi, there you go, and you really run over, got 10k in front of you. I was your girl.
Sure, I guess.
It's something.
I mean, like, I would more use it for, in this particular setting, I would more use it for the first sentence rather than
definitely.
And then the Shima Kasekai, because what needs a boost, man? I'm trying to think of, like, what needs a boost? Like, maybe Kamome? Do you want to go that route? Like, Kamome could use the help, I guess, but I think Green has their own dedicated Shima Kasekai, so... you know what? But at the same time, I really like this card. I really like Bushiroad's response to this crap. I'm just like, you know what? Okay. They gave us stock swaps. They gave us these now. I'm like, you know what? Good. I don't abuse the mechanic. So you don't get to either, sir. Play fairly. You know what? Man, this is
Yeah, but you choose to abuse many other mechanics instead.
Just call out.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know what?
I'm gonna abuse this specific mechanic, but I abuse these over here. Don't touch these. Screw this.
And I fully accept the fact that anti-burn is a thing. I'll fully accept it.
He'll accept doing nothing against Charlotte.
Yep. Nobody plays Charlotte. Nobody plays fucking Charlotte, so yeah. Like,
I can't wait for the story post to start typing in the comments.
Definitely. I can't wait for it to. You know, it's gonna be controversial. A lot of people are gonna be like, "The hell?" I'm gonna do this playable rating actually. Easily playable.
Oh damn!
I was considering giving this the Sparkling Doge, man. I was considering it.
Oh man, okay, I will be like, Gavin must really hate those kinds of notes.
I want Psychono to die in a fire. Burn in hell. Be gone, Satan.
Okay.
The power of Christ compels you.
Damn, the power. Memory that's what apparently saying. You heard it here, folks. Anyway, she's neat. Of course, this depends on how much you choose to respect that matchup. And for that reason alone, I'm gonna have to use the playable minus because I know people who just like I don't respect the matchup one bit, so I will do nothing against it. So and on top of that, maybe like it's also like a meta by meta basis. I think Gavin and I touched on the subject before, but for the most part, Weiss Schwarz is playing in a local setting. You pretty much play based on what you know your local area does, not necessarily like what you think the entire world does.
Right.
Outside playing at Worlds, that's like a whole different story, but
Even
90,
World.
95, no, even more than that, 98% or more of the time you're playing with local people.
But even at Worlds, man, Worlds is very small and very contained. It's a fairly small metagame, honestly.
Right, it's Weiss Schwarz is pretty much it's a it's an accumulation of microcosms, honestly.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, mate, you'll move.
I'd have to be with Gavin on this for playable, because memory manipulation is something that comes in if you're dealing with a memory-based deck.
Mhm.
But at the same time, you can easily work this around your own memory usage for summer pockets.
Mhm.
Just don't get too greedy, and you got everything you need in your memory with just 4 cards.
Mhm.
And if you really need that boost, how's your girl?
Oh, it's your girl.
So she's not really all that bad, but at the same time, depends heavily upon what you're aiming for.
Yep.
For sure.
This is coming from a guy who does love abusing the memory mechanic.
The power of Christ compels you, mate.
I see you two are definitely quite some polar opposites in this game sometimes.
Well, I like using it a lot, so I know how annoying it can be. I just wish they had a different answer to the memory issue.
Definitely.
Because just like how in stock swapping, you regain your stock, with the memory removal thing, you don't really gain anything in the exchange.
I've noticed that with the memory thing, it's typically been they'll allow people to have like the amount of memory that they need to get off like high end recollection abilities, like the absolute minimum. So new story Megumi needs 4 minimum to get all of her abilities off. But the cards are like, don't go past that basically. Like 4. You only technically need 4. Even though players know when they want to have like 9 to 11.
Last time I played Psychona, I had 12. I was basically untouchable. I god canceled for like 5 turns in a row.
Yeah, basically.
I still match, because I match up pretty well.
For sure. Alright, moving on here. Peony Sparkler Shiki. These are completely the wrong stats. What the fuck happened? Give me
The hell? I was about to say, man, were you doing this drunk again?
Bitch, I might have been. Okay, at least the ability text is correct. Okay. 2,175,000.
1 out of 2.
Yeah, continues. If there are 5 or more climaxes in your opponent's waiting room, she is a level 1 in your hand. And auto climax combo. When her battle opponent becomes reversed, you may pay the cost of put a unique snoring, which is the stock soul, and it stocks a level 1 or lower character from your waiting room, from climax into your waiting room. If you do, look at up to the top 4 cards of your deck, reveal up to 4 characters among them, put them all into your hand, and put the rest into the waiting room.
Hello, Union with a shittier condition.
So it seems.
I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. Well, again, I think this is 500 power, bigger than Union, but at the same time, I'm like, bruh, 5 or more CXs in your opponent's grave at level 1? Holy shit, your opponent either god cancelled or is fucked. And if they're fucked, they're usually not going to reveal the fact that they're usually not going to have 5 CXs out.
Mm-hmm. And just like with Union, it's on an auto soul granter, so that soul boost doesn't just disappear upon activating combo.
Still, I'm just like, again, this is the definition of card advantage is king.
Yeah, For a budget, it's an R.
And like I'm just going. Well, this combo can work,
Theoretically speaking.
but at the same time, I'm going. That condition. Oh my god, no.
Yeah, at least Union was like, just have a board.
You know
Or
what?
was you just have a board, or was it?
Yeah, it's
okay.
have a board.
Okay.
She's literally have a board. I mean, like this is not even There's nothing you can do to help this condition. There's literally nothing you can do. So it's just like this is all dependent on your opponent. I'm just going, but like if you hard cast this at 2, like what are you doing? They're still gonna kill shit.
Yeah, I guess it's a slight problem.
It's a very big problem. Like Owl can help, but at the same time, I'm just going.
The problem is the Quamis doesn't give power.
Right.
Like,
It's
not split 2K1 or something. That would have been nice.
it's a newfangled stock soul. I'm just going. Oh man. I think it is already time. This ability to self multiply, to self replicate. You know what? Make it the double.
Oh my goodness.
It
Already deserves the double. Holy shit.
That condition, man, I can't get past that condition. Oh no!
Yeah, I'm kind of like. Yeah, I can't save this.
You can't save this either. See, man, not even you can defend this one. Alright, man.
I won't even try to defend it. It's just too. Blah. If it was five or fewer, definitely sure, but.
If it was have a board, I could defend this. But oh man, I can't defend it with that condition, man. I literally can't.
This comes way too late at level 2.
And before any
Not that bad of a question. And I shut everyone else.
I'm going, okay. How is it not that bad?
Okay, what's my usual play style, Gavin?
Be aggressive, but at the same time, if your opponent does nothing but eat it,
then you're level 0, level 1, and they're level 2. Who gives a crap? Not to mention, we've already seen a good few ways to buff the power. So a double knock still triggers her. Doesn't matter if he dies in the exchange, you can get up to 4 replacements of her.
You hope.
you hope. Remember, you have.
I said up to, didn't I?
You have 0 choices over that. So if you draw 4 level 0, you just go, fuck.
It's still a replacement. This is a guy
having,
who has a deck that literally only runs level 0 as his entire gameplay.
Or 4 level 3s.
Or heaven forbid, flip 4 climaxes add 0.
Yep.
Yeah.
So literally, oh man, like I could defend the Yun variant of this card, but I can't defend this.
But like I said, it's not too hard to rush your opponent and get the requisite number of climaxes at level 1. It happens to you when you claim to have the worst luck in the world.
Again.
So yeah, I can say that the condition itself isn't horrible. I'd say that I'd much rather have almost any other condition, but it's serviceable.
I mean, this condition.
You just have to plan to be aggressive early game. And there's plenty of options for early aggression in Sore Pockets.
Yes, but your opponent could literally render this condition impossible.
They'd have to have something like a free fresh to do it.
No, they could just hold 4 climaxes in hand. They could
That is true.
They can literally.
But then they're screwed for the rest of the game, hand-wise. There's a trade-off there. You still win in the end because they're so worried about this, which is negligible.
Here. Let me try out the Gavin's argument here for you. So, opponent holds 4 climaxes in hand, enters level 2 or something, right? They then could do stuff like plop down early plays that Shiki will have trouble getting over. and then start playing down climaxes anyway. Or they get a little too, and then they can start swapping down climaxes anyway because there is no more early play at that point.
Correct. So there's just a lot of distractions.
Having those 4 climaxes in their hand for a good time. And if you have 4 climaxes in hand with a maximum hand size of 7, you're not likely to have a lot of variety in your hand when you reach a level 2 to fill your board with things that can't be stomped.
I mean, even thinking about your typical gameplay, Shiki is terrible against you, man. Shiki is
I want to play level 0s and 1s.
Yes.
She's going to kill whatever the hell I have.
Yes,
even at level 2.
Yes, but you have a bunch of climaxes in hand as well. So
Usually 2 or 3. But I also cancel like a god, according to you, so...
Yeah, you also cancel...
The others throw in the grave.
Sometimes, if they're not all in your hand.
I'm just saying it's not hard to get the condition. All you have to do is be aggressive. I've seen it numerous times in actual practice. And it's kind of the way that the game works.
Not many people are that aggressive. The average player definitely is not.
Yeah, average player will be like, oh, okay, I'm able to try lane. I'm able to try lane because I went second. Now I'm just gonna field 2 characters at most.
Yeah, I was about to say, or 1 if they're holding on to, or 1 if they need a reversal or something.
Right.
Yeah, my usual amount of level 0s is around 18, and my usual amount of level 1s is around 8. So I usually have a significantly large portion of my deck that's playable.
But again, it's more of so. Well, mate, how are you gonna put Cheeky?
I'd say she's using your scale meme because she'd be something that you'd want to more to test fields or see how things work. I wouldn't say playable minus because, again, the condition, although not hard to acquire, is not exactly easy either. And although you probably double knock at level 2, with most advanced summons being about 9-5 on defense, you'd still need to use another character to get her to go off. Or ETB effect. So based off what you're aiming for, I'd say it's a little bit risky, but it's worth building a deck just as it happens.
And to be honest with you, majority of people will just be like, sure, I'll pitch the card, pay the 1 stock. Sure, I'll deny Shiki all day. I'll just deny her. All right, next. Alrighty. To the other side of the blinding light. Oh, 2/2, 1500. Summer Pockets Twins, during your turn, all of your Summer Pockets gain 1,000. She's also frontal 1500, and she's also a pay 3 ditch to burn 5.
This reminds me too much of Female Titan in Attack on Titan Set 1. Because that card was like a 1,000 global 2 Titans, with also the pay 3 ditch to the burn 5 as an act.
One of the best standby targets in the set.
Unironically.
One of the best, like Jesus.
Assist 15, and if you are actually playing those Summer Pockets characters, like, hey, again, Miki, up there, they get buff on your turn.
2,500, and hey, look, I need an extra instance of damage. I'll go,
main phase.
Literally, burn the 5, take the 5.
Main phase burn 5, unironically.
Eat the 5 unironically, man. You know what? She goes, man. She goes, and the fact that you can stand by this in 1 just makes it that much better. Like, holy crap!
And hey, you need like that emergency payout for like those 2 climaxes you triggered the turn before.
Or hell.
Pitching those excess somethings in your hand.
Or hell, both.
Both. Heaven forbid, but it happens. This is Weiss Schwarz after all.
This is Weiss Schwarz, so you know what? I love this card. I'm gonna get this playable writing.
Playable.
Ooh.
Oh,
And man, I gotta make up for the double ooze somehow.
You're right. You're right. I'm a little tempted to also agree, but at the same time, like, you know what? I don't see standby being that great of an option anymore in Summer Pocket, so I'm gonna say playable minus actually.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
Like it has its uses, but I wouldn't say like it's the end all be all card. It's nifty, but it's not like, oh, this is must go in like every possible competitive game you could think of for the title.
Oh no, definitely not. Definitely not.
So playable minus for me. Alright, so Shooter, what you got?
As we covered in one of the previous segments, when we went through and found out what all the Summer Pockets characters were, they were all level 2 or higher, if I recall correctly. So basically, the first one will only come into play when you're level 2 or higher, if you're not standby, or if you are willing to double standby shit in for earlier levels. So the first sentence is debate. It'll definitely help your late game quite a bit. Two of your characters could each get a 2/5 buff, which is about the largest passive buff I've seen in so far for your level 3s. As for the final ability, it's probably my least favorite type of support or finisher. The straight up burn 5. Through my playing and all the crap ton of games I've played, noticed that on average, I hit a 3 will stick about 50% of the time. I hit a 4 about 25% of the time. It's a 5 about 5 to 7% of the time.
I would like to see these Excel spreadsheets at some point.
So I'd be less inclined to really sack 3 stock and 2 cards from my hand for a massive blow, unless I knew that my opponent was screwed.
Or you're desperate.
That sort of drags down the value of the
sometimes
card.
you need a Hail Mary
in
to win the
general.
game. Sometimes your opponent's at like 2-2 and you're at 3-5.
So I'd have to say playable minus for this if you're running the Summer Pockets cards. It'll be pretty useful, but if you're not running Summer Pockets cards, I'd say not really worth the slot. Thus, playable minus.
Fair enough. Alrighty.
Wow.
Well,
Okay, I'm the nicest. I'm the nicest
You're
one.
the nicest on this one. Alright, so let's have you read this one here.
Yep. With your hand, Shiki. 3/2, 9/5, 2 soul beater. There are tricks in hand, standard condition for Vincem. 2 or more Summer Pockets gets power, average 1k power buff, and standard healer.
If you don't play enough time characters and therefore cannot heal with Umi, I guess Shiki's your girl.
This is Ayumi from Charlotte.
Yes, Ayumi from Charlotte.
Literally. and you know what? Shiki's actually, if you're on a budget, Shiki is fairly affordable. She's a decent beater, and she healed you. I mean, like, what more could you ask? What more could you ask for?
She's serviceable.
Like, if you don't play enough time characters or you can't afford Mugi, well, Shiki's your girl. Like, I can't necessarily blame it. And Shiki really helps in a heal spam strat.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Umi is better, but not everybody plays. Not everybody plays the proper brainstorm. A lot of players are like, you should be playing the Sour Cream. So I'm going to say, you know what? I prefer my tutoring stuff, man. I really do. So, you know what? I'm going to give Shiki a break here. I'm going to give this playable rating.
Yeah, as Gabby said, it's an Ayumi clone. She heals no matter where you don't need to be. I need to find enough Shirohos and Umis and Nanamis to get on the board to enable Umi's condition. So Yeah, she's solid. Yeah, I got nothing else. I got nothing much else to say. Yeah, playable, easy. All right, so
She's,
Sweeper.
she's also bigger than Umi too.
Yeah, 500. That matters in Weiss Schwarz.
It can.
All right, so Sweeper, what you got?
I'd say playable. Advanced summon healers are never a bad option.
Okay.
That's all you gotta say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's fine.
It's your
That's fine.
generic 11k, 10, it's a generic 10-5 advanced summon healer. What more can you say?
True. She is relatively. She's there.
She's basic.
She's basic, pretty basic. I'm surprised.
Alright.
I'm kind of surprised. Like this has been remade.
Oh,
It's
being basic.
one rarity lower now. Holy shit! In 3 years, this will become a fucking common at this rate.
Please.
Please. Alrighty. Resistant to adults Umi. Level 3 2 costs 10,000 power. Continuous if she's in your front row. All Summer Pockets traits characters in your hand gain act counter backup 2,000 level 0. And all your Summer Pockets characters gain 1,000 power. And also, when her battle opponent becomes reversed, you may pay 2 to burn 1. This is cross turn, by the way.
So guess what? You no longer have to pay the counter portion of your counters. You can just pay the cost for the additional effects.
Yeah,
Like
so
for-
you're playing, well, we're gonna see one later, but...
John Borden counters, boys.
Yeah, you play board encounter, you now have a costuous board encounter. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Stack counters.
Actually, quick
Stack
question.
counters.
Did Summer Pocket Set 1 have a refund counter?
Yes, it did. But why would you play that when you can just play John Borden?
True.
But in that case, it stock charges you.
It's 2K stock charge. Let's get it.
Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Or stack counters now only cost two and a guy now.
Mhm.
Like this card definitely has its uses, like making every single card your hand now a costless 2K.
It turns the cost. It turns those 1K plus 1K cards into 2K plus 1K counters.
So now 3,000 boys, 3,000 for free.
Oh
That's
man, fucking
let's
stonks.
get it.
Fucking stonks.
Let's get it, boys. And the fact is that, well, okay, her burn one is kind of whatever, but that counter ability, man, it makes it quite unique.
Mm-hmm.
And this is only a fucking rare too.
Yeah. But it's always like, whoa, what the fuck? I wish I had this thing like Pastel Palace, unironically.
Pastel palettes, come on, man.
They're a walk deck.
True. But you probably wish this happened in Popping Party too, don't you?
Oh, okay. Now I'm asking for too much by saying that.
That is true. You know, I wish this affected events too, but oh man, that's being too greedy.
No, I guess affecting events. Get the fuck out of here.
Don't forget, she also gives a jet buff of 1,000 to everything,
Yeah,
including herself.
including herself. She's
So
11K.
she's effectively an 11k to begin with.
Yeah.
Add
So
on that counter that everything's now become. She's a 13k on defense, 8 to burn,
pitching,
cross turn.
that's pitching a shitter, by the way.
Yeah, like,
Pitching
oh,
a-
hey, this CT clean
Listen,
card no
she
longer
could
need.
easily
Get
be
out of here.
utilized. If you want to go for a non-climax combo, slap down 3 of these, she's 13k base.
Yeah, she's
She reverses on swing. She'll probably reverse defense as well, being base of 13k.
And you also have an entire hand of counters now.
Yeah, so you can force your opponent to try to think about that.
Yeah,
Assuming they're having on-play bounce forehead.
well, yeah, those are still played. Those are still heavily played. So
Hey,
yeah,
if
you know,
anything, anyone playing this, that means you are forcing people to respect you.
true. You know what? You know what, man? The playable train continues, boys.
Damn, actually playable. I'm gonna go with the same logic I went with for the to the other side of blending light out and actually go with the playable minus here because I'm like, not every Summer Pockets deck plays this like wall strat kind of deal. So I think it's just definitely more of like a mid-range style, leaning on the defensive side deck kind of thing.
Fair enough. Oh, mate, you're up.
I'd say it's playable based
Alright,
off the fact that it's a non-combo based finisher support. You can either use it in conjunction with a finisher, or you can use it as your finisher itself because it feeds itself pretty strongly.
And
Or you could utilize any of the other more interesting finishers that the set has to offer.
Aviva,
It's all about what you want and what you want to do.
I love this card design. I really do.
Yeah,
I really,
it'd be interesting to see like, how other towers choose to utilize it.
if they utilize it at all.
If. Yeah, that's a very big if. We have just seen some things happen and die.
Alrighty, man. Let's.
Alright, yep, here you go.
What I protected Shiki 0
For
0
this, but
0 0 1500. Oh, let's see here. When this enters the battlefield, mill the top 2 cards of your deck. There's at least 1 climax among them. Choose a guy in your opponent's front row and minus a king. And it's also a level 0 bomb.
Yay?
Old Doge stare intensifies.
That's not a reading, Kevin.
Oh, I know. I'm just going, man.
Unless you want me to make it one.
Eventually.
Oh no.
Eventually.
Revision to the doggo scale.
And then we're just going, man, you know what? I'm just going, it's not bad. This card design to me is just kind of So you know what? Playable minus it is. I'm gonna have to break the playable streak here, boys.
Oh, you're actually gonna give me playable minus. I'd be like, Shiki waifu or boss TBH.
Holy shit! Wow.
I'm sorry, I can't justify this as like just a random standalone in
Have they swapped roles or something? This cast man?
No, yeah, I do not predict giving double oof anytime soon.
Yeah, but you're usually the nicer one.
Sometimes the title's card pool versus being exchanged.
Yeah, Summer Pockets is actually a good set, man.
It is. I'm not saying it's bad by me saying this, but I'm saying it has some cards that make me go meh.
At least we haven't read off the script yet.
Excuse me?
Oh wait, we've already read off the script once.
What was that? You want to go back to that card and remind me about this not reading the script?
Oh wait, I already read off the script once. At least I haven't read off the script for like 80% of the pool, man.
Okay, fine. Alright, Sunsweeper, what you got for us here?
I'm thinking along the lines of Rin, but I will point out one of Gavin's big statements. The Shrink 1,000 can help deal with other people's bombs, their annoying things in the front row. If they want to be greedy and try to JC Brainstorm or something, you might be able to kill the Brainstorm with the -1k, or the JC for that matter, depending upon its power.
More so JC.
So that's something
than
that Gavin's
Brainstorm.
been ranting about a lot to me recently. So
Oh yeah.
I can see why Gavin likes the effects of this, because it can help get rid of a couple things pretty easily.
Definitely, you know.
And personally, I like mill effects, but this isn't one of my favorite effects for mill.
I feel you.
So
I feel you.
I gotta say, about the same as Rin on this one.
Alright,
It doesn't
alright.
seem to hold enough usefulness when there's so many other better options in the set.
Alright.
Alright. Okay then. Why don't you go ahead and proceed and read this next one here for us? Okay, well, interpret the card here.
I was about to say, give him a little bit. Give him a bit.
Okay, so 007's C Miki Numi. 1500, 1 soul, at the beginning of your main phase, look at the top card of the library, and put it to either the top of the library or the room. It's a tap 2 brainstorm, which is salvage, I believe.
Yep.
If I read that correctly.
Yep, that is salvage.
Yeah, so I read that right.
So we get that main phase surveil, boys. Surveil is good.
Surveil is good.
And it's every fucking turn too.
Mm-hmm. It's not just on play.
It's not the one time like the Shiroha is. However, you are stuck with tap 2. So just be aware if you want to use your back row for anything else, and it will limit the amount of brainstorms you can do per turn, since you need to tap 2 per.
Right, though some people will argue like they like some people. I've seen some people argue like they like tap 2s more because it doesn't necessarily have to be a character. Like it's not necessarily have to be this character specifically.
And fair enough. And they also get additional benefits like the every turn surveil. Every turn surveil, boys.
Yeah, you have 2 against your back row. Surveil 2, or surveil 1 times 2 rather.
That's pretty fucking good, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking good. You know, but at the same time, I am allergic to tap 2, so I'm gonna get this playable minus. I am allergic to tap 2s.
That is fair. Do I think? Alright, I gotta think about this. Yes, no, I'm not about to oof it. That's too mean. I playable minds is pretty fair actually because it's one, it's a budget brainstorm option, and two, the additional text is very very useful. Like this is August. I could have honestly seen this being R TBH.
Rare. Are you high, man?
I'm not.
Rare?
Yeah, I could honestly have seen this be a rare instead of a uncommon.
What? No, man. Get that shit out of here.
Dude, surveil every turn? Come on.
No, if it was a scry every turn, it'd probably be a rare.
Whatever. Alright. So,
Whatever.
Yeah, I'm with Rin on this one.
Well, basically
I
all the
love the
right?
perpetual.
It's
What do you
surveil.
call it?
It's surveil.
Yeah, surveil.
It's a magic
I
trick.
use this called top check, but I like the perpetual surveil, and the tap 2s do have their utility, but I do still prefer to do tap selves myself.
Mm-hmm.
That said, it wouldn't be hard to have a tap self brainstorm on one side, this on the other, and basically guarantee your primary brainstorms going to have a little bit better odds of going off.
Yeah, true. You don't actually have to
Not
brainstorm.
exceptional, but a little bit better. And if you want to rely on this and only brainstorm once, you could potentially surveil twice that turn before you actually activate the brainstorm itself.
I feel if anything, it just has more of a use in, say, standby-centric decks, because you get to be like, okay, look at this top card. Oh, it's like, it's this... Oh, it's Chica Blinding... other side of the Blinding Light. Ow. Dump that shit in here to stand by her in.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's fantastic for standby.
So, all things considered, I think it's usable, it's playable, it's decent enough, but I wouldn't really use it in most decks.
Or that definitely not.
Playable minus.
For sure, for sure.
Alrighty then.
Okay. Alrighty, let's move on to this next one here. Public Radar Miki 004K with the simple continuous ability. You cannot play events or backup from hand while she's on the board.
Today's opponent on Mobile Fighter G Gundam.
Are you adding another one on top of that?
Yes.
Of course you are. Yeah, this profile, it felt neat 5 to 7 years ago, but that's not now. I remember when people used to unironically play those 00 Xenons.
What?
I'm not kidding.
No responses?
No response to Xenon. But hey, 4K was, again, if you didn't respect the oversize and you didn't play bombs or something, what did you do against them? You just side it all day.
Just side it all day, literally, or kill them with my on-reverse combo?
Right, but that took you at least 2 turns, probably.
Unga Bunga didn't exist back then?
Well, barely. I mean, if you were running on Unga Bunga for Clean Cut, how the fuck we gonna run over a 4K?
True. and man, cast that 2K1 on the clean cut.
Cast your 2K1 on your Clean Cut. Get the fuck out of here.
There are no responses. It's dead.
It's level 0. Who unironically plays level 0 backup at level 0?
No.
Except maybe that 1 out of every 50.
Isn't ice
Passing
cream
in
fucking level 0? Isn't ice cream level 0, man?
No?
Oh, okay.
No? What? Ice cream's good, but not that good.
Oh shit. And I heard people raving up that the fucking ice cream counter when I first started this game. Okay.
Yeah, it was a level 1 counter, you fool. Look it up.
Oh shit. You right? All right, man. It's
Okay. So Sweeper, what you got on this? What you got for us on this, Mickey?
I'm pretty happy he's giving it a noof.
Okay, you may give it 100%. I'm allergic to this.
It's, as Gavin has referred to these in the past, it's 004K, basically non-condition. But at the same time, there's many other options you can use. There's plenty of 3.5s, there's plenty of other things that can get power big enough to be a threat. And largely the wall strats have kind of gone out the window over the years in ways.
Just play the.
I used to be a wall guy myself, but then everything started destroying the crap out of your walls without your ability to do anything. So
Just fucking play the clean cut. And move on with your life.
generic, no other effects, no other abilities. Kind of oof for me.
Oh, alrighty then. Next.
Next.
Memory waiting. None me. 1035. Let's see here. When your other time or character with several pockets is placed on the board, that character gains 1,000 power. And when you trigger check a climax, choose one of your guys, give them 2K.
So Shiroha even bigger. Yay.
Does she doesn't need the help, man.
She got
She's already enormous.
Only early play. Go 11K.
You want to make Godzilla even bigger? He's basically Godzilla at level 1, man. Like, Jesus Christ, she's massive.
Oh, hey, help the sunflower field Umi if she needs it.
Or help Miki. Unironically, help Miki.
Oh yeah, the summer focus speaking. There you go.
That's like the only case where I can really see the power boost being useful. Just like everything else makes you go, no. Trigger check a climax. No.
Hello, you're playing Vanguard now. All your climax triggers give power.
What I just trigger check a heal or something or critical?
Oh man, I gave you in that way.
But actually, yeah, they give plus 5K whenever you trigger. So,
10K you play standard, but
yeah,
or premium or new premium with standard triggers.
But I'm gonna have to go with today's opponent on Mobile Fighter G Gundam is Argo Golsky of Neo Russia.
Just one, right?
Yeah, just one. I can't be that big.
I'm looking at this. I'm like, you know what? Guess that's a little more use than I think Gavin's gonna be great for. I'm gonna go with this.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Like again, you're playing something like say the Summer Pockets Miki, and you need to give her an extra bump in power. Nagamis your girl. Or you're playing like some other Summer Pockets card and it's like a reverse or a reversal for some reason. Again, there you go. Or some kind of like weird time-centric deck and you're like, yeah, I just want the power. There you go. All the power trio, you really like the time trio.
Alright, mate. You're up.
I'd say it's usable, but I'd say it's more... It's a thing. I've never really been overly great on stuff like this myself because I usually find other options I like better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Gavin on this one.
The
Oh,
oof.
man.
The oof.
The oof. The oof.
Yeah,
Alright. Understandable.
I don't mind it, but it just doesn't really do it enough if you ask me, because I'm the type of person who loves versatility and utility in most of my cards. And although this gives you a pretty decent power boost, the downside is it doesn't really give you anything but power. And I'm looking for a little bit more than just power these days.
That's fair. I respect the opinion. And the perspective. Alright. Well, let's move on to this next card here.
Made Uniform Owl. It's a standby combo. Level 1/0, 5k, 1 soul beater, 6 combo, pay 1. On attack, if once more, okay? Standby. Is in your attack zone, you may pay cost. If so, all of your other characters gain the following ability for the turn. When the spell opponent becomes reversed, search your library for up to 1 Summer Pockets character, show it to your opponent, and in your hand. Shuffle your library. It's weird.
It's a little weird because... I mean, it's not that weird. We've seen something like this before on, like, 1K ones in the past, where, like, they
Right.
grant the ability to either, like, maybe on, like, the 1K ones it's more like this character and another character get it, or something, not usually the entire board.
But at the same time, we're just going, what?
Yeah,
But-
like, this has to attack, and she herself is probably not going to get reversal off in a lot of cases.
The rest of your board,
Maybe
well,
they could, question mark.
but that's questionable at best.
It's definitely, if anything, unreliable.
Right. The primary benefit of this combo is to stand by itself.
Right, and if this pops off, yay! There you go, extra benefit.
If it doesn't, oh well, I got my standby to target. I didn't care.
Right, like it's the same idea as like say Orange Mermaid Chica in Little White Sunshine, right?
Right, but Orange Mermaid Chica actually does something. She's Bunny Girl Yun Yun.
She does something, and if she does that thing, oh baby.
Oh baby, you fucking hit the casino, boys. You just what? But at the same time, Made Uniform Owl, the most exciting part is the standby. So, like, I'm gonna have to get this to Beach just based on the fact that it's on a standby. If this was on anything else, it's just like, no.
Right. Yeah, I'm kind of the same opinion here. Yeah, Nish it's standby centric or bus, and if anything, it just feels more win more.
At that point,
Yeah. Alright, so Sweeper, what you got for us?
I'd say it'd be worth a shot if you have some way of powering her up, like the previous card. But other than that, it's pretty debatable as to whether you'd really want to be using her. You've got plenty of other options we can go for. There's a lot of other more interesting things you can do than this, so I'm in the same boat as both of you for the rating.
For sure.
all right.
There's just too many other options.
Too many other options. Right. All right. Next.
Alrighty. Course Preview Miki 105k. Act. Discard a card named Peaceful Tanshiroha, card number 21, which is a yellow 3k vanilla you see right there, from your hand to the waiting room. Choose up to one of your opponent's front row characters that's cost 0 or lower, and put it into the waiting room, and she gets 1 soul until the end of the turn.
Well, it gives you a reason to play the vanilla, but even then, I just go. So my biggest problem with this is that the vanilla is literally just a vanilla, and this takes up, if you want maximum effectiveness, 8 slots. That's a hell of a lot of slots.
For a 1-for-1.
Right, and this is kind of a mediocre benefit. Like, it's a cost 0. If this was bounce anything, okay, now this was destroy anything. Okay, let's fucking go, boys.
But oh man, if it was destroy anything, fuck yeah, fuck your early play.
Let's fucking get it, boys. But at the same time,
I think at that point I can make the Mickey at minimum a one cost.
that is fucking fine, boys. That's fucking fine. Destroy anything? Sure. But at that point, as it is, I'm just going, what cost zeros do I even want to destroy nowadays?
The occasional Milky Home / Rewrite Guardian matchup?
No?
Not even them.
Neither one of those exist.
Shit.
Anyways, Mickey!
I'm aware.
Mickey. I have to niche this card overall. It requires too much space and not enough benefits.
Oh man, yes.
Actually, no. Let's get things started, Gundam Fight All. Set, ready, go! What?
The East is burning red.
Holy shit. You know what? Make Heat N!
Oh my goodness. Okay,
Yeah, I can't really defend this. It requires too many slots to really be worth anything.
I
So
feel it.
I'm gonna go with the option of oof. Well, oh, maybe I will eventually find you, Domon Kashu.
Oh my goodness, it's happening.
I mean, okay. Every summer, guess what we want? Guess it's background noise for our practice sessions.
That's right, you told me before.
Yeah. Well, except this summer, but well, yeah, we won't talk about that.
Alright.
Anyways, on to the actual good card.
Yeah, you get to read this.
Repainted Memory Miki 2125. It's a 2/5 counter that you have to pay for. There's also an additional ability of pay for Digit Summer Pockets. It's a tap counter, boys. It's a tap counter.
Does Summer Pockets need this?
No? Did Konosuba needed it? Did Konosuba need it?
I swear, all the counters that get this are like the ones that don't need it, and the ones that do need it don't get it. Fucking Bushiroad logic, am I right?
Hey, ReZero didn't fucking need it, in my opinion.
Oh no, I agree there. I say it as a ReZero player.
Oh my god, no! I mean,
almost every title that has it, honestly, doesn't need it. Any title that needs it doesn't have it, cry.
This is the same set that has plushie counter.
Right?
This is the same set that has a fucking plushie counter. I'm like, what? You didn't need both a tap and plushie.
Well, I think I'm sparkly dodging this.
There's no other choice, mate. There's no other choice.
There's no other choice.
At the same time, I'm just going, what? What? Okay, the sets that get to have the benefit of both being able to destroy you and have the ability to defend themselves. What?
Yeah, that's pretty nasty.
Like, okay, Konosuba has the wombo combo. This is Shiki. What's fucking next?
And
What's next?
and Razor is already trying to outcompress the fuck out of you, so it's already probably winning a damage race. So it just simply buries you with Priscilla.
Let me see here. Well, what's fucking next to get a tap count? Let's fucking next to get a tap counter. Fuck it.
SAO Alicization, am I right?
Oh, how about Gotobu, man?
Or fucking slime?
Oh no! Oh no! No! It has to be on a goddamn event. It's got a goddamn event. It cannot be on a fucking creature card, man.
Okay,
Hell
it will be on an event that goes to memory. Let's get it.
Oh no! You can suck my dick now, sir. Suck my dick.
Okay,
now.
so Sweeper, before we go too off topic, what say you about repainted memory Mickey here?
I'll say it's playable. We got plenty of options. We have other things we can use. We have the, as Gavin calls it, the plushie event. we've got things we can do that doesn't require the end of the force stock to save yourself.
Or, well, to be fair, 5 if you're
But
using,
it's
you're
still
using this
nice
without
and
Umi.
fun to use, so use it if you choose.
Right.
It gives you an additional option that you can have.
But at the same time, Miki is also fetchable, much more easily fetchable than plushie counter.
Yeah, you have 0 way to find Plushie counter.
Miki? 0
on reverse salvage.
Brainstorm. Let's
You
get
do
it.
have other options. There are a fair number of decent events in Summer Pockets, so if you so chose, you could go the route of the Top Check 3 or the Draw 2 Brainstorm to get the event you need.
Yeah,
So it shouldn't be too big of a problem.
You're right.
that
you're
is
right.
true.
You're right.
Alright,
you're right.
next boys. Right, this one's yours.
People who love me, Shiki, 2-1, 7k. Pay 1 at start of opponent's attack phase. You may pay cost. If so, you can stand and swap. When this becomes reversed, if the level of the battle opponent is higher than the character's opponent, bomb it.
I realize
Standard
they're,
good ball.
yeah, I realize they're making they're making more of these quote unquote defensive anti-change bombs. Like we saw one gun back in Day Alive.
Yeah, I mean, Tobiichi, yeah. But at the same time, I'm just going, okay, like, this ain't bad. This guarantees that it's dead. That early play is dead.
Or something they don't have any way to dispose of it main phase.
Or they're not bloody Yun Yun.
Or like they're not Union. Yeah, at least with the origami, she was at least a non-red bomb.
So at the same time, I'm just going, yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna get straight off the bat.
Yep, same.
Like it's nifty, but
We can do better. We can do better than
there
that.
are better answers to early placing this title. All right.
Yeah, I'll have to go niche as well.
All right. Any other comments on it?
I think we're
Not
good.
really a lot. It's mostly a decent option, but we have many other more usable or better options.
Okay, that's fair.
So it's not overly great, not overly poor. Mostly because the set has a lot of stuff it can use already.
Mm-hmm.
If it weren't for that, I'd say it's a pretty card. It lets you screw around with your opponent's level 2 game because most level 2 games these days are aggressive ones or advanced summon level 3s.
Mm-hmm.
A 7k can take down most level 1s on defense, and it can run into place to
For sure. Alrighty, moving along here. Echoes of Summer Ao and Kamome. Level 00 cost 1000 power. The rare music trait in this title, by the way. Continuous if it's in your front row center slots. They get 1000 power, and it is a on-play picture climax to salvage a character of your choice.
Man, remember when we first saw this card? We were like, yeah, this card's gonna be insane. And then we found like 500 better options.
Or more like we remember that there was a little package of twins that said, "Y'all don't need other hand outlets. I got you covered right here."
We have premium meat incoming. we have. It's like I said earlier. Why would I accept the select cut of steak when I can have prime? Prime that I have to do a bit of work on, but hey.
They will taste fucking delicious after I finish.
And majority of people will still not get that, and the majority of foreign will still disagree with the cooking analogy.
Unfortunate. First the ice cream analogy and then the cooking analogy.
Hey man.
I mean it works, but apparently people like the easy way out. or in the case of the cooking one, the cheaper way out.
I would have to say it's honestly cooking, like the cooking analogy really, the cooking analogy is makes me just go, well, they might find it kind of a bit silly.
Mm.
I think a lot of people will just find the cooking analogy silly, but at the same time, I think it really drives home the point of, bruh, why would you settle for Bize when you can just play this?
Right. All right. Anyway, back to Alan Kamome here.
Playable minus.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking. I would. Gavin stole it from me. I was gonna say the same thing. Like it's usable. It's usable, but when you already have twins, I'm like, All right. So sweeper, what say you? Probably giving him some time to think here. So sweeper, what say you on this?
Probably a playable minus.
Okay, fair enough.
It's decent as a game option. You got the salvage off of it, isn't too bad. But we also have a lot of options for instead.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well, moving along then.
Happy times to me. Happy joy boys. 001K. Your other returning memory Shiki. Card number 70 gets 1500 power. Is that a vanilla I see?
That's the vanilla you see right there, yes.
Okay. It has rice ball trait, aka flavor reasons, and it has hand encore. Tap, give one of you guys 1K.
If only this card bonded to said Shiki, but no.
Ooh. At the same time, I'm just going, you know what? Like, okay, generally, I'm just like, I wish it was like, I wish the vanilla did something. Like some form of utility option, but...
Well, if it got a new ability instead of just Encore, it'll be interesting, but...
Right. On reverse draw ditch or something? Come on. That'd be so good, but...
This hand of mine is burning red.
Its loud roar tells me to grasp victory. You know what? Erupting.
Oh my goodness. Alright.
Let's just
we finishing that one there, So Sweeper?
shall we?
What's that?
Let's kick it in the dash.
We're kicking it further?
It's an...
Oh, man.
And yes, the rating applies to both cards.
There's a half-assed way of getting a 7K 8-5 hand encore, but it's not worth.
I'd rather hard cast the 1175 with hand encore. I'd rather hard cast that.
At least it take up to 8 slots.
Right. It cost me a stock, but at the same time, you know what? I'd rather hard.
Only run we hard cast the 1/1. Let's go.
Hey man, this man has seen me hard cast 1175 hand on unironically.
I have. All right. So Sweeper, why don't you go ahead and read this one?
Demon Coach style Umi. 1500, 1 soul beater, global 5, and on trigger of a climax, top check, put it into library, either replace it or pitch it to grave.
Global 500 that turns all triggered climaxes into Surveil
1. I'm not sure, man.
That's a little man.
That's a bit sus if you ask me. Like, I get a courtesy survival if I trigger a climax. Well, it helps me avoid those double triggers.
Those are indeed the abilities of the Dark Gundam.
Oh, yep, I was about to say. You fool!
Okay.
Yeah, I'll fit as well.
Oh, as well.
It's a goof.
It doesn't do enough. Man, we have been particularly mean in the comments section.
So it seems. Okay. Moving along here. Moving along. To protect loved ones, Shiki 002K. Auto gets ability activates up to once per turn. When you use an act ability, she gains 2,000 power until the end of the turn. And act rests one of your Summer Pockets characters to give her 1,000 power for the turn.
So it's a split 3K, tap, split 3K, boys. Or whenever you use a counter, give it an additional 2,000.
Mm-hmm. That's a
Like, I guess, but at the same time, what really needs the power in this set, man? Like,
well, again, her auto only applies to herself, so it could even protect like other characters.
I misheard that. Then. Oh shit.
You want, yeah,
All of the power goes to her and
all
no
of it
one
is
else.
her and no one else.
Let's get things started. Gundam Fight all sets, ready, go!
As of today, you are no longer my student.
Oh man, we even have my co-host reading the script too. Oh man.
I will do my job one day. But for now, Domon Kashu!
Oh man, this has become comedy gold.
Oh, so apparently we're all reading the G Gundam script now.
So it seems. Alrighty,
Holy
moving
shit.
along here.
He never does this damn job.
Alright, Pirate Demon Princess, Shiki, 104K. For each marker underneath this gains 2,000. ETB, if you have another Summer Pockets character, she gets 2,000. When the battle opponent this becomes reversed, you may look at the top card of your deck. If you do, it becomes a mark. She eats it as markers. So, marker Asuna that isn't nearly as feels bad.
Right.
Man, what is this? The Middle Ages?
I mean, it doesn't give plus level forehead.
So
You can't get anti-change.
But your ass is getting bombed.
Your ass can get bombed.
So
I can make these marker cards fair somehow, Kevin.
as of today, you are no longer my master.
Holy fuck.
You know what? Make it the double.
This deserves the double, but not the other one? I'm confused. Is there a way to actually defend this question mark? 6K after one marker? No.
Still easily destroyed.
With the help of Kyoji!
Holy shit! What is this? Holy shit! Oh my god.
Alrighty, so Sweeper, what say you?
Yep, we're going to the high list.
we're going for the beyond.
Holy good.
Okay.
I would have a lonely person, Domon!
Alrighty. Well, why don't you go ahead and read this for us?
Yep. Stay by your side, Miki. 1 wall, 5/5, 1 soul. For each of your other Summer Pockets characters, this gains 500. So, Ellie Clone. And pay one at start of encore step. If you have no other characters, reach it.
Outside Mickey Waifu, no? TBH? So I'm guessing this. Only because we already have an owl that is honestly better.
Eat my new specialty technique, Domon. Bursting machine gun punch.
Oh lord. Alright, Soul Sweeper,
Yeah,
what
I
say
can see
you?
it in waifu, so I'll go niche.
Okay. Soul Sweeper knows what I'm about here.
Actually, you know what, gentlemen? Nisha.
You realize you're actually being too harsh on the card.
I also need to wash myself
I can go wash myself.
after all the oop. Dude, we've ooped like 8 cards in a row.
It wasn't 8.
Oh.
It was 4.
And I will continue if I need to. I can see this functioning in a waifu deck.
Yeah, alright. Moving along. 3 more reality Miki. Level 2 1 cost 7,500 power. Continuous during your turn. She gets 500 power for each of your other Summer Pockets characters. And she is on play Climax Swap.
Bruh, a card that isn't complete ass. Finally.
It's not complete us.
It's not complete ass. I'm just like, you know what? The bottom sentence is more than makes it playable, honestly.
Ooh,
But you know, but playable minus. I'll be conservative here and give it the playable minus.
Yeah,
Because
I typically don't like costly Climax Swappers. Like, there is one in Project Diva, but I mean, at least it's a low assist if anything.
Why don't you play it, man?
Space.
Huh? Space? Space? What do you mean space?
It feels better doing it, TBH. And I seldom need to do it because there are no real climax combos.
Get rid of the damn early play, man. That thing trash, and you know it.
But I get honestly rather play that over the level assist only because
It hits for 2.
it hits for 2, it digs, and it's not you need a specific climax necessarily, you think about it.
Yeah, that's true, but stuck with 2 factory tyrant bars.
We have a way to fix that, trust me.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, so Sweeper, what say you on this card?
I'm never gonna say no to a climax swapper, but at the same time, it all depends on how you're desperate for those climaxes. From what I've seen of Summer Pockets, it's not overly reliant on the climaxes so much as basically getting the game to go the way that you want it to. For example, get enough Shinohas to get them out there and wall up that one. That seems a pretty common strategy. So I'll probably go playable minus on this, because you can easily use this as a tech option, but you wouldn't really want to base a deck around it.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's almost always a tech option. Alrighty?
Yeah.
Well, moving on here.
We're at the final card. Summer Pockets. 1-0 event. It's Chihaya's camera. Literally. Take 4, take 1.
Well, the fact that there's a combo that can actually grab it for you
Hey, more so.
actually means that it has a little more use now.
I mean, the camera's... camera is not a bad event. It really isn't.
No. It's
But
underappreciated.
But why...
And unlike the previous event, this one doesn't exile itself.
Where's Lion's Match? Where's my Lion's Match, man?
But if anything, I'm gonna give it a playable minus only because now it's actually grabbable.
I mean... Am I spoiled by Lion's Match?
You're spoiled by Lion's Match.
Then playable minus it is. I'm spoiled by Lion's Match, and then I can cast it in response!
Alright, and what say you, Sun Sweeper?
Well, depending on what you're aiming for, you can use this or the previous one, which is, as Gavin calls it, a slime mask event.
It is. It's literally the same as Mask.
Yeah.
But
Same
technically,
name.
Summer Pockets came first.
So now you have 2 options for the same thing. And the bonder for it is you can get this instead if you want. So what you're saying,
Regular
if you
playable?
don't
Whoa.
this then playable minus, but I'd say for nothing. And you can utilize it as an option.
Okay.
Alright, and
You
you're
just can't search
For sure, for
for it
sure.
very easily.
Oh yeah,
And
for
bond
sure.
for it easily.
Yeah. Alright, any other final words here?
Red had a lot of oof.
Yeah, Red has definitely taken a bit of a downturn since that one. But that seems to happen with sequel sites apparently, except if you're
Yeah,
except if you're Konosuba or Sunshine.
yeah. Albuta. Oh man,
Oh,
how
Buto
the
went from like
how
red best color to red worst color.
how the mighty have fallen.
At least in some pockets, red has not become worst color. Far from it.
I was about to say like what?
It has not become worst color. Definitely not.
What?
You think it has?
I think so, man. Blue has some pretty good cards in it.
I wouldn't say green overtakes red yet.
What? Green has some good cards, man.
Green has good cards, but I think green is self-contained.
True. Green is very like if you want to spec into green, you're specking into green hard.
Yeah. But, so Super, what about you? Any more last words, final thoughts they want to put out to the audience here?
Major. I will say it's interesting seeing that due to alter some of my crazy from previous sets.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun to see available to me, but at the same time, some of it's quite useful, some of it's redundant, and some of it is, as we've well established, a blatant.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, so I guess we got that.
I don't
Oh, sorry.
see myself actually doing my job anytime soon.
For
I'll just
sure.
be pursuing Domon.
For sure. Alright, we've got out of the way. We would like to thank you all for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, share, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Because,
It helps the YouTube algorithm.
and with that, we will catch you all next time. Bye bye.
Have a wonderful day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Alright.
boy.
Catch you all later.